I work as a medical researcher, working mainly in the field of reproductive health and HIV. I'm based at the Kenya Medical Research Institute at the Center for Microbiology Research. I am also a professor at the University of Washington in the Departments of Global Health and Obstetrics and Gynecology. I do a few other things on the side. I'm visiting faculty, not visiting, I'm actually called volunteer faculty at the University of California, San Francisco, Department of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences. I have the privilege of being visiting faculty at the Center for Biomedical Ethics and Culture, at the Institute of Urology and Transplantation. And lastly, I am also an honorary lecturer. It's actually called adjunct faculty at Maseno University in Kenya. So many little different hats. I think there are three main ways in which I utilize my bioethics training. One, in the research that I do. I am actively involved in research on, I would say, on a daily basis. And our research varies in different ways. There's research that's looking at use of pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, for preventing individuals from acquiring HIV. This is a place where you really do need to think about ethics. So this is an area that I'm working in, the actual clinical research that I do, thinking about it from an ethical point of view. Sometimes we're dealing with vulnerable populations. Sometimes we're dealing with, for example, young women who may be under the age of majority, and the question is, how do you consent those individuals? So in my actual research, I use my ethics. The second way is I serve in my ethics review committee at the Institute. So this is another way where I bring my bioethics use to the fore, and where I utilize these skills to be able to be part of a committee that reviews and approves the implementation of research for others. It's a critical component for any institution that's doing research, that they have an independent review. I can't approve my own research. I only look at and give comments on other individual people's research. So that's a second way that I use it. Another way which falls into this second category, I also serve on the Hospital Ethics Committee of the Aga Khan University Hospital Ethics Committee here in Kenya. This is a clinical ethics committee that deals with ethical dilemmas in the space of clinical care. Often people struggle with making decisions about clinical care, whether care should be continued, whether care should be started, who makes the decisions when the individual themselves may not be in a position to make a decision. Sometimes doctors struggle with just making the best appropriate decision for those they're taking care of. So the Hospital Ethics Committee provides an opportunity for the people providing care not to have to carry that load themselves. They can bring the matter, it can be debated on, and they're given advice, which they can consider and then decide what's the best course of action for their patient and then for themselves as a caregiver. The third way in which I use my ethics is I'm part of training research. I'm part of teaching about bioethics. This is done through short courses that we offer as part of a program that we call the CBEC Kemri Bioethics Training Initiative, a Fogarty-funded program that has been offering training, short courses, and also building capacity for training in long term, that is the master's and postgraduate diploma level, to build capacity for growing bioethics within Kenya. But we have actually expanded it and provided courses for other individuals from around the region who have applied. And working together with our colleagues from Pakistan, we have also been working to build capacity for Pakistan in the field of research ethics. So those are the three ways that I would say that I'm using my skills and what I have learned in bioethics.